right, so there's been all kinds of talk about the new FAA, maybe not on the Pro Forum, but all over the place. There's been all kinds of new talk about the new FAA regulations for commercial drone photography. And basically, there's going to be a test that you have to go take at an authorized FAA testing area. And if Houma, Louisiana has one at the airport, chances are you have one in your area near where you live. So if you're interested in being a commercial drone pilot, start looking into this. I think the FAA has a sample test now out there and some study questions for you to study up on what will be on the test. Real simple test. I think it takes only about an hour to 2 to take, but it will ask you complicated aviation questions. Basically, they want you to understand where you are and what you are able to do and not able to do when it comes to flying within the path of a commercial or private airplane with a human in it, which is only logical. So I'm all in. But I do have to tell you that the software that runs my drone, and again, I have an Inspire 1, very sophisticated. It knows where it's at all times. So it knows when it's in proximity to an airport. And behind my house, on a few streets over, there's a guy, and if you ever come visit, I'll bring you there if you want to go see it, who has a private grass airstrip where he lands and takes off his own personal airplane. And totally legal because of where he is. He's outside of town, so he's not in a heavily congested area. He's put up all sorts of legal things on the power lines and stuff like that to show that there's aircraft in the area. Anyway, my Inspire 1 drone knows when it's in the area, because I took off just recently and they've updated this, so I know this is kind of a new update. When I take off, like in my neighborhood now, I get a warning that a grass-stripped landing area, airport, is near. Fly with caution. And I respect that. I think that is incredible. However, about 20 miles from my home is what is known as the Thibodaux area airport. And it's a very small airport. There's no air traffic controller. It's all, handled via, radio contact, plane to plane. And I have landed at this airport. It's a very difficult airport to land on because it's very narrow. There's trees on both sides. It's hair-raising. Well, I just got a job, and that's where I'm coming from right now. I just got a job to photograph aerials only of a house that is less than a mile. I'm telling you, I don't know. It's got to be about a quarter of a mile from the airport, from this Thibodaux Regional Airport. And I thought for sure the software was just not going to let me take off. But sure enough, it lets me take off. I got warnings every, minute that would flash up onto my screen. Warning, heliport near. Warning, you are in near airport, an airport. Warning. And I, again, highly respect that. I think that is incredible. And of course, the rules state that you have to fly under 400 feet. So I have absolutely stayed within the rules. But what I found interesting is that at 400 feet, I was so close to the airport, and if I have it, I'm going to post the image if it is good as I think it is. I was so close to the airport, I could read the numbers on the runway from my drone. That's how close the airport was. I took 2 images just to see how it comes out. And that disturbs me. It absolutely disturbs me. And it disturbs me especially at this particular airport, because this particular airport is so scary to land on. It is just hair-raising. And so I could see, somebody. Now, of course, right there where I was, there was a tower a radio tower, which is, again, weird. Right next to the airport, they got a weird radio tower. And that tower was 400 feet. You can count how high it is. So it was 400 feet. And of course, if you're landing on that airport, you're doing the downwind leg at 1,000 feet. And so technically we are 600 feet away from each other. So, we are extremely far. But just the concept, just the thought, that you are that close to a human flying in an airplane, it just was very unnerving, very scary. And so, man, I'm still a little, the back of my hair is still a little raised up because I was flying on edge, Jack. I was just tense because I just wanted up, done, click, and down. I just want to get out of there and do my job and be done with it. But anyway, I figured all of you guys would find some of that interesting. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.